If it's in Australia, it'd be called Bloody Legends. Yeah? Yeah. Welcome to Bloody Legends.
Bloody
Yeah, welcome to Bloody The other pirates are going to look at you like, you wimp.
Definitely.
Come on, you're not going to swing with the rest of us.
Turncoat.
Call yourself a pirate.
Call yourself a sailor.
What, the noose not good enough for you? I can navigate, that's right.
I know my navigation.
I know the stars, innit? Maybe I could do selfies for the crew. The motto of this podcast, really.
It really is.
Yeah, fail
it really
we
is.
may, sail we must. Welcome to episode 28, podcast 28 of Bloomin Legends. I am Johnny Vaughan. This is...
Gavin Words.
Were you waiting for me to say it?
I thought you were going to say it.
I know, I paused a bit.
Sorry,
I know, I just want to see your face. I went, this is...
Gavin Words.
Yeah,
it is. It's still Gavin
Well,
Words.
again, wonderful moments right at the top. So you can see what sort of place you're in. You're in a place where it's just two guys, very relaxed with each other and playing tricks like that.
I call it authentic fun.
Yeah. And you're going to get, yes, a lot more authentic fun coming at you during this next podcast. Good, clean, authentic fun.
That's right. Yeah.
There will be a little bit of cussing, a little bit of bad language sometimes.
Sometimes. Yeah.
And what the people have...
If called upon.
People come up to me the whole time, Gavin, say, John, I've watched Bloomin Legends. You
Yes.
guys swear there. How come you don't swear on your radio show? How can you switch modes? Because when you're on air live on a radio show...
With the red light on.
With those rules,
Yes.
it's speaking to your granny rules. Unless, of course, you're Danny Dyer.
Right.
In which case, that would be worse. That would be a lot worse.
That would open all kinds of doors.
I seem to remember him saying that his granny used to call him, as she taught him the C-bomb, a word she used liberally. We don't go that strong.
No.
We occasionally F on this, very occasionally. We certainly...
Sometimes, yeah. It's been known to happen.
Yeah, we do that. And there's a lot of... It was going to be called Bloody Legends.
It was.
So, you know.
Yeah.
But we decided in the end it's not an Australian show. Do you know what I mean?
That's right.
If it's in Australia, it'd be called Bloody Legends. Yeah? Yeah. Welcome to Bloody Legends.
Bloody bastard.
Yeah, welcome to Bloody Bastard.
Welcome to Bloody bastard.
Yeah.
Oh, he's a great bastard.
Anyway, we are back from holiday. This is episode 20.
Yes.
And can I just apologise to you, Gav, the fact I was a bit late in today to do this.
Sure.
It's just one of those mornings. We're only just back yesterday, late yesterday.
Yes.
And it was just one of those mornings. I just couldn't find anything. Do you know when everything just goes, where's she put it? Because the cleaner came in and did a thorough deep clean.
And you've got luggage coming back where things aren't in the bathroom anymore. And all washing and all
but she's
kinds.
just subtly, Pat the cleaner has subtly moved everything. And the other thing I've noticed, I have a radio in every room.
Yeah.
Because I've got tinnitus. So I've got a Braun
You have to have some noise on.
I've got a Braun SK25.
Sure.
You've got Braun SK25.
It's a great item.
It's a great radio.
It's a great product, yeah.
There it is on screen. And no, not in black. In the other colour. Gav's is in black. Mine's the grey one.
No, I've got the grey one.
Have you got the grey one?
Yeah,
a grey one?
It's a lovely SK25.
It's a nice SK25. Did I give you a black one as well?
No,
lacquered one?
I've only got the one.
Okay, nice. I noticed in every room, all of them are now on, well, they're not on Radio X, but that
No.
Yeah, no. And let me tell you, she hasn't put them on Radio 3.
No.
Yeah. She's got one like sort of like Kiss. She's got one some real sort of soup.
I think she's trying to drive you crazy.
I don't know. But anyway,
she's gaslighting you.
So the reason I'm late today is I couldn't find anything.
Right.
Nothing. One of the things I couldn't find, which I was meant to bring in, is...
Oh, your copy of Requiem Shark.
My copy of a book called Requiem Shark, which I've been recommending to people for about 15 years. And it is the story of our hero today. Now, I couldn't find it in my library. Before you sort of look at me like, library.
I've seen your shelving. There's a few books there.
This is what I had to comb for it. This is my library. This is the other wall. So I had to do a lot of combing there. Please don't. Some of it's a bit blurred, so you can't zoom in on the titles. I've been through a lot of phases in there. Also, the other half of the library, just to say, is still up at my dad's house in the attic.
Right.
Because I box them up and
you have to.
So that's what you're looking at there is part 2.
Wow.
And also about 25 years worth. Only 25 years worth of the Guinness Book of Records that he's given me every year.
So what you've got there is but a tranche.
Yeah, that's a tranche. Yeah.
Library.
It's like the British Museum, Gavin. All these things here, most of it's in storage.
That's right.
Anyway, the point is, was a copy of Requiem Shark, which I was meant to be holding now. A decent copy of it. A copy of Requiem Shark, which is an account of the life of history's most successful ever pirate, by virtue of booty and years and stuff Gavin's going to tell us. Gav, who was the world's most successful pirate?
Bartholomew Roberts, Black Bart.
There we go.
A Welsh pirate who became, as you said, the most successful
was
pirate.
Was he Welsh?
He was Welsh.
All right.
He captured over 400 ships. That's a lot of ships.
Really do. If you really are late on in your holiday season and you really want a treat, I'll be recommending books as we go along in this stage of the podcast. But build your library. Start it with Requiem Shark.
You can't go wrong.
Gav, it's fantastic.
You can't go wrong.
It's fantastic.
Well, he didn't just capture over 400 ships. He did that in 3 years.
No.
Which is insane.
I forget, because in the book they don't really give you the stats.
No, that's right. So he was originally forced into piracy, as were half of all pirates, pretty much.
How do you get forced into it?
Well, you get captured by a pirate.
Right.
And you get given what choice?
Well, you either get marooned.
Right. They leave you where they find you.
They leave you where they find you, because they're stealing your boat you're on.
That's what they want.
They come alongside your boat. They then give you the choice. You either come with us effectively or die.
And you become part of the crew,
right.
or you die.
Now, if once you do go along with the crew, if you're now caught, you're a pirate.
And you can't claim I was captured and forced.
You can be hanged. Although later on, you could put a plea in of, look, I was forced, I was only there for that.
Yes.
Yeah, but then, too many people doing that, the other pirates are going to look at you like, you wimp.
Definitely.
Come on, you're not going to swing with the rest of us.
Call
yourself a pirate.
Call yourself a sailor.
What, the noose not good enough for you? Call yourself a buccaneer, you pussy.
He'll be waiting for one of them fancy guillotines
I look forward to being hanged, so I do.
Hanging's part of sailing.
Yeah, I dream of the yard arm.
So born John Roberts in Casnewid Bach, Pembrokeshire, which is translated into Little Newcastle.
Is it?
It's in Wales.
I often wonder, actually,
whether
the reason the Geordie accent is like it is, is because miners from Wales went up there.
Right.
Because if you listen to it, it's got before you know it, you're like a Geordie. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
Listen to that Welsh, but South Wales, isn't it?
Well, so it could be like a
cross between Yorkshire,
a Welsh and a bit of Northumberland, or
yes, but no, a bit more, just North Yorkshire. So you just get into that. So you get like a Welsh accent like that, and then you've got Yorkshire like that.
Yeah,
and you put the two of them together, and before you know it, you got like a Geordie in it.
You're gunning yum,
and you're talking Geordie, and it's quite a weird hybrid.
Just a quick aside: where do we get the West Country accent for pirates from?
Bristol.
It's from Robert Newton. It's from the Disney movie Treasure Island.
Is it?
He plays Long John Silver, and he's the one who started with the R and the parrot.
No, but they did talk like that. Don't ruin it.
He's from Pembrokeshire. He's not talking in a West Country accent.
Of course he is.
He's Welsh, isn't he?
No. Right. You walk the plank, innit?
Pirate, innit?
Yeah, pirates, innit? Right, what I love, even though I'm drinking here now, what I'm doing, I'm pining for the sea, see?
I think it sings better on the oceans, because we've also had Depp.
I'm not believing
Depp famously was doing an impression of Keith Richards.
I'm not having
but that would have been the received accent for pirates if Johnny Depp had existed in the 50s. No, he would have been like a Cockney. He would have been like Keith.
Yeah.
It would have just been like that.
For me, Gav, don't ruin it.
No, don't ruin it. Robert Newton.
The point about it is, right?
He looked like Keith Moon as well.
If old pirates spoke like that in a fin,
I know.
Then it's just
everything.
Then it just makes life a lot funnier.
It does. It does.
If you think about it, then it'd probably sound like Tommy Cooper. He was from Bristol, wasn't he?
Yes, I think so.
Yeah,
I think so.
Glass, bottle class.
Yeah, right.
He was from Bristol.
We require 50 doubloons.
What we require now. That's Dave Lanning, another famous Bristolian there. So Eric Bristow now just requires. Yeah, he also did Speedway. Go on.
So anyway. He born in 1682 in Casnewid, and he starts life as a sailor, not a pirate. He went to sea at 13.
So old, quite old,
very old.
Yeah.
I was just
it's already
thinking
quite
that.
long in the tooth.
That's right. I mean, he's almost a widower by then.
Yeah.
And sailing
an old man of the sea.
In sailing, most sailors. They get going about 4.
He got hired at 13 because he already had a wealth of experience. Yeah. God, life was cruel.
Who let that old man on board?
God, life was
It
cruel.
was so
cruel. It was like you either went to sea or the mines.
And like most pirates, he started off working on merchant ships.
Right.
By his 30s, he's a skilled navigator.
Is that the classic route, is it?
Well, I mean, that's what else is there? You're either in the Royal Navy or the merchants.
Because you wonder, yeah, right. You wonder, I don't know if there was, yeah, well, there were merchants then, of course there were, but it was different.
Of course there were, yeah.
But you wonder if, you're seeing, particularly coming out the Suez Canal down Somalia, there's all these pirates.
Yeah.
But you're wondering if the day will come when they'll just decide, well, we'll become pirates, and you have a pirate oil tanker.
But what? And one guy with like 12 of them.
No, but just
he's boarded. He's got put 12 of them together, and they sail together around looking for other oil tankers.
And you've got this huge fleet of empty oil tankers waiting just to,
really fast because there's no oil.
There's no oil. Just waiting. They're literally swooping on them,
just full of pirates,
waiting off Gibraltar, just to dig, load up with other people's gas.
And they just build
You're
more
just building
and more
more
ships.
and more, just thousands of them. They've stolen 400 tankers, this vast fleet.
Huge oil tankers.
Just always lurking off Venezuela. Yeah.
And instead of treasure chests, it's shipping containers.
Yes, shipping containers. Yes, chests. How many chests?
Buried in the ground.
Literally, they've got all of Britain's Christmas presents.
That's right,
from China.
An entire shipment of Mercedes to bound for Hong Kong.
Bound for Hong Kong. They're always just really big league pirates.
Driving around in
But none of this. But what I'm saying is, there's none of this holding stuff for ransom.
No,
they nick it.
none
they
of that.
nick it. They've got like whole loading yards, like a sort of island that looks like Rotterdam.
That's right.
So right in the Pacific.
So yes, by his 30s, he's a skilled navigator, which is a great skill to have.
Great skill.
If you're going to get conscripted even to any navy.
Gav, if you could go back in time, that's all you do, wouldn't it?
Well, you're the main guy.
No, you'd have some sort. If you could take anything back in time, you'd take some sort of GPS device.
Definitely. You'd be a god.
No, but that didn't rely on
any reckoning.
And you just went, only he can operate.
Yeah, that's right.
In fact, it's just
you're just
putting in a pin
coordinates.
code. Yeah, it's just your pin. That's it.
Yep, we're here.
We can steal the device. You'll make no sense of it. And you'd bury the load in a cave.
But then what happens when the battery runs down?
Yeah, right.
God, it'd be a letdown, wouldn't it?
I'm trying to think what you'd do.
You'd be hanged, is what would happen.
No, you'd rig up some kind of exercise bike.
A windmill of some kind.
Yeah, a windmill.
Yeah, you would.
A windmill.
You would.
And it's that debate, isn't it? If you went back in time, what would you actually...
Because you've only got to charge a phone. You're not trying to run a huge generator.
Your trouble is you've got no satellites to run off.
That's true.
So you might just look at your phone and think, fuck, no signal.
Not everything's in medieval writing.
It's because of...
Ye olde Google.
Yeah,
it wouldn't work.
Instagram. Yeah.
Okay, so in 1719...
Yeah.
He's pressed.
Christ alive, they've had to wait a long time for a bit of content.
He's press ganged into piracy. So he was second mate on a slaver called Princess under Captain Abraham.
So he was doing slavery.
He was second mate, obviously a navigator.
Yeah.
On a ship called Princess under Captain Abraham Plum.
I think they used to call it, depending on who you were, either black gold or black ivory.
Right.
That's what they used to call actual slaves.
Well, this was definitely a slave ship, and it was docked on the West African coast. That ship was raided by pirates on 2 other boats.
God,
and he's captured by the crew, led by a man called Howell Davis.
So it's
who's also Welsh, right?
I tell you something, though, Gav. If you look in the southern states and you still look at a lot of Afro-Americans, a hell of a lot have Welsh surnames.
Do they?
Yeah, Williams.
Yes, Davis.
Davis.
Yeah.
It's quite. If you look in just look at the college side.
Jones
playing in the SEC.
Jones.
How many?
Davis.
Yeah. Yes. Evans.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Reese. Lloyd. Reese. Davith. Lloyd. It's not funny, I was just saying.
Well, Davis himself noticed how good Roberts was at navigating and consulted him, but they spoke Welsh between them.
Did they?
Which was quite handy.
Right.
I think. So this is his first blooming legendary moment,
what
Johnny.
happens?
He gets captured by pirates.
Terrifying.
And immediately becomes their navigator.
Wow.
And a whole new income.
I guess if you are boarded by pirates, what this proves, and you are the navigator, first thing you should do is find their navigator in the melee and kill him.
Absolutely.
And then
your value increases exponentially.
The navigator's dead. The navigator be dead, sir.
Is there a navigator on board?
I can navigate, that's right.
I know my navigation.
I know the stars, innit? what this does tell you is how important it is, kids. Get a skill, get a trade. He learnt navigate.
It saw him through.
Right. If he was just a sailor, he learnt to navigate, to be a navigator.
Right.
That's a real skill.
Too useful.
Well, I'll tell you something else. In another book that everyone should read, Desperate Journeys, Abandoned Souls.
That is harrowing.
It's a harrowing book, but it's a great chapter before bed every night.
Yeah.
Just a really, eat plenty of cheese, read that. You won't be short of nightmares. And
it's just tales of horrendous survival.
But people do say to me, John, how can I get some beefier nightmares? How can you beef up?
How can I zhuzh them up a bit?
Yeah, how can I get some real fever dreams?
Yeah.
A good strong cheese, maybe a Danish blur, and you read a chapter of Abandoned Souls, Desperate Journeys, or Desperate Journeys, Abandoned Souls. In there, they point out that when you are in a situation where you're shipwrecked and you're now in the lifeboats,
yes,
and even in the Royal Navy, they have provisions for how to draw lots over who shall be eaten.
It's so grim.
No, there's part of Royal Navy
there's
etiquette.
protocol,
Yeah,
yeah.
There's protocol, and there was on whalers coming from Nantucket.
Wow.
That'll be coming on a forthcoming podcast.
Yeah.
But in those provisions, who is eligible in the lottery for who gets eaten?
And how do they do that?
The navigator isn't. You keep the
Too useful.
No, too useful.
I mean, you could die sooner without him.
Right,
yes,
right.
and you could all die.
Yes.
So it's all utilitarian. It's all about having as many survivors as possible.
So the senior officer who's there normally could navigate anyway. You'd have a captain in one boat, the first mate in another boat on a standard whaler.
Yeah.
And then below it, you'd have a navigator, and then he went. So essentially, in that boat, the first mate often could navigate as well, but the navigator, you'd survive.
He's your guy.
Yeah.
He's
second to last to get eaten.
So they would. Howell Davis and Roberts used to speak Welsh to each other, which was very handy. He's said to have been reluctant, Roberts, to become a pirate at first, but then quickly came to see the advantages.
Yeah, I bet he did.
Of his new lifestyle.
Yeah.
And he saw it as a great opportunity or a nice little situation.
Well, you got a nice little situation there.
It's
right?
just money.
Oh, it's bloody greasy, huh? What I can't understand is who buys the goods, but we'll get into that in a second.
I don't get that either. It does say here in the Merchant Navy, his wage was £4 a month, which I've looked up. Today, that's about 1,100 quid a month.
Pretty
not
good,
bad.
though.
It's not bad. He had no chance of promotion to captaincy. I'm not sure why that is.
Yeah.
But, it wasn't that much. After a few weeks of sailing with the pirates...
No, because to get promoted to captaincy, you've got to know the people and be connected with the people.
Oh, and because... Right,
that are shipping the goods.
Right,
So
I see.
so
to trust them,
The captain is...
And he doesn't get paid until it's delivered and all that
but
stuff.
also you've got to be, relied on and insurable. This is where Lloyd's comes in. So you have a captain who is part of that syndicate.
I get it.
And he's on a big share. So generally, captain's part of the syndicate.
So he would have had to have gone to another vessel.
No, as a poor guy, he'd never got invited. He wouldn't have stood a chance.
So after a few weeks sailing together, Howell Davis and Roberts, Davis is killed in an ambush in Principe, and the crew vote Roberts as their new captain, despite being a reluctant pirate. He supposedly said...
The crew voted?
Yeah, they voted for him. A short life...
We might be pirates, but we like democracy.
He supposedly said... Well, no, he did a very clever thing.
Yeah.
Which we'll get to in a second. To get their favour. But he did say, apparently at the time, as a motto he was going to adopt, a short life and a merry one shall be my motto. I quite like it.
A short life and a merry one.
Shall be my motto.
Shall be my motto.
It's not quite as good as Andy Weatherall.
Fail we may, sail we must.
That's it. He had fail we may on one arm, but sail we must on the other, which is such a great sentiment.
Well, it's the motto of this podcast, really.
It really is.
Yeah, fail
really
we may, sail we must. If a podcast had a motto.
Yes, absolutely. And here we come, Johnny, because Captain Davis is killed.
Is this his second Bloomin Legendary moment?
Yes, he becomes captain himself in a matter of 6 weeks from being a lowly employee on a merchant ship to captain of a pirate ship.
Okay, once more, kids, so get a trade.
Get a trade.
No, but learn a skill. And a skill just isn't just like, I don't know, being an influencer.
That's not a skill.
You imagine you get boarded by pirates. You go, yeah, I'm an influencer.
Yeah, I know how to take photos of myself.
Yeah, I can do really good selfies.
At the end of my arm.
Maybe I could do selfies for the crew. Did I sound like a young Cliff Richard then? It wasn't my judgment.
You did
a
bit.
I could do selfies. Huh?
Selfies?
Selfies. Learn to sing, play an instrument,
Any
tell
skill.
stories.
John, it's the age-old thing our
Yeah.
parents used to say to us.
Yeah.
It's something to fall back on.
It's something to fall
if
back
the
on.
dream
yes.
doesn't
Yeah,
work.
but navigation,
Absolutely right.
don't do it now.
But
it's pointless.
He became captain in a very clever way, though. So Howell Davis is killed on this island Principe.
Yeah.
And his first act, Bartholomew's first act as captain, is to go back there and kill the people that killed their captain.
Wow.
So he's got them emotionally. And he did. He went back to Principe with under the cover of darkness.
Yeah.
And he killed a large portion of the male population and stole everything of value from them.
Yeah.
Shortly thereafter, he captures a Dutch slave ship and 2 days later, a British ship. So he's already expanded the fleet, and the crew voted on their next destination. He gives them the vote.
The great thing about this is what people forget about pirates and how they operate is the incredible lack of witnesses.
No witnesses.
Right. There's no one getting to land the next day.
No, there isn't.
Or who was it? It was a guy with a beard who spoke like that.
Yeah, right. And also, they don't find out for 8 months.
8 months, right.
Because you can't sail back there in a week.
Yeah.
There's no
and
Morse
also,
code.
The other thing everyone forgets is everything. This was a day when, 13 million slaves were transported in the slave years. So that's sort of 1600s through to 1834 and beyond, because in America, obviously, slavery didn't go until 1876, Civil War. So, but 1834, Britain stopped being involved with it. So that's your window.
Yeah.
So it's about,
it's a couple of hundred years at least.
But in that time, 13 million. These boats are tiny.
They are, yeah.
Well, they're relatively small.
Yeah, nothing like today.
So it's really, and that's just slavery.
Wow.
The traffic that's going across there from Bristol,
you
and
can see it
Liverpool
now from that West African coast. To the opposite side.
Yeah, but that's just...
You can see it's the southern states in America, the Caribbean, and South America a bit.
This is before we've even started to talk about what the Spaniards were up to and the Portuguese.
Yeah, Portuguese.
There's even more traffic.
Portuguese went into Africa even before that.
Remember also, by the time it's 1776, Britain's no longer really trading in the same kind of heavy way with the Americas.
Yeah.
But Spain is banging on there till 1904.
Is that right?
Yes.
Wow.
Well, yeah, I guess so. Yes.
Wow.
I mean, 1898, isn't it? They pull out of Cuba.
Is that right? Yeah. Well, the independence of Mexico and Cuba and all those.
But the Portuguese are cracking away, Gav.
And they started first. They were the first.
But there is so much booty.
Ridiculous.
Sorry, I just like saying booty.
But he also famously had a code of conduct, which we'll get to in a second.
Can I just say, because I love the book, Requiem Shark, there will be a moment in this podcast when Gav or I will reveal to you how he kept his crew together and what the key thing he did was. And you'll have your look away spoiler alert, because when you find out in the book what he's done, it's just a work of genius.
It's genius.
It's genius.
It's genius.
It's genius.
It's
we're
about
motivational skill.
We're coming to that. In 1719, the first 3 weeks of his piracy as captain, they head off to the Caribbean. They don't see...
Now, this is why I was just talking about, how that's where all the traffic's going through.
Right.
Lots of islands to stop off.
Yeah.
Loads of places.
You've got the whole, from Nova Scotia down to the Caribbean, that whole side of the American coast and the Caribbean, there is shipping constantly.
But also the Caribbean, you own an island... You can keep that island safe, and it's a great drop-off point.
Right.
So you've got boats just going there, and then your other boats are only going to the Caribbean and back. Caribbean and back.
Right. So it's a relay,
You're not really going to get hit in the Atlantic, like the Caribbean. So what they're doing is they're picking up the boats just going to the Caribbean and back, and back. And then you're getting those boats that go all the way from Spain, Portugal, and the Dutch and Holland or the Netherlands, and going back and forth. So
amazing.
It's a way station as well.
Of course, it's a hub.
Yes,
it's a hub.
That's your way station. That's like your Rotterdam.
Of course.
Yeah.
So they don't see any ships in the Caribbean, but then he finds a fleet of 42 Portuguese ships in a port in Todos os Santos Bay.
Here we go.
Waiting for two huge 70-gun gunships that are due to escort them back to
There
Portugal.
you go.
So if they're coming to escort them, that means these 42 ships are laden.
This is what I mean. This is
fully laden.
Yeah, this is what I mean by being a way station. You wait for support from because they obviously your Portuguese Navy, your Spanish Navy, your French Navy, your Dutch Navy, your British Navy. They can't. The Royal Navy. They can't chaperone every trading ship.
They can't.
So this is what I mean by sort of. It's not a container port, but this is where everyone waits before they
for
make
safe passage, literally. Yes. And I would imagine also the slave ships would take slaves across the ocean, but when they came back, they'd be loaded up with whatever they could be loaded up with.
Yeah, generally, slave ships, because of their design, were useless for taking.
They
stuff
couldn't
back.
carry
cargo.
No,
what they carried back, and this is really unpleasant, was generally sugar from the plantations that they'd just been to.
That the slaves were working on.
But also when they went back, this is where the jam and marmalade business starts.
Go on.
Well, because you just load it up with all the peel, because all the sailors are eating oranges and stuff to stop scurvy.
Right.
You've got all the peel, you've got all the sugar. You put them together. You're making jam in the boats. By the time it gets back to Britain,
you've got a load of marmalade.
You've got a load of marmalade and a sticky boat, Gav.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Anyway, Robert sees these 42 ships there, unguarded.
Yeah.
And what he does is he takes one ship, he holds the captain ransom, and says, "Show me." He tells that captain to show me which one of these ships has the best treasure on board, the best stuff on board. He does point that ship out. He takes that ship. That ship had 40,000 gold coins on it.
Wow!
I've looked it up. They're called moedores. They're Portuguese coins. It also had a load of jewellery and stuff. It was all bound for the King of Portugal.
So it's all been minted over there.
It must have been. It must have been. But I've looked it up. Those coins weighed 7 grams each. That's a lot of gold.
Is it?
I worked it out. It's £22.5 million worth of gold.
Wow.
It's a lot.
That is a lot.
It's 80 quid a gram gold right now. It's amazing.
That's amazing, isn't it?
The crew was 170 and 40,000 gold coins. He's now got all 42 ships under his name. He takes them all.
Right.
And loads of treasure.
Presumably they had more gold, more treasure.
They must have.
Is it just treasure? Who's making all the treasure?
It's crazy, isn't it?
You know when they find like a chest full of treasure?
Yeah.
Who made that?
Is there a treasure factory?
No, but I'm just saying, is there a treasure factory?
Wait, don't take the chest yet. There's no cross with a ruby in it.
I know there's a treasure factory. What do they do at the treasure factory? What do they make? Treasure. What sort of treasure? Things with great big rough stones in them.
Goblets.
And lots of large biteable things you can buy. No, but you can tell it's real by biting it. You know, if it's nice and soft, that's gold.
By now, he's nicknamed Black Bart Roberts. He's feared by everyone.
Yeah.
He's got
so that's his third legendary moment, Bloomin legendary moment.
Pretty
Capturing
much.
42
I'd say
boats.
yes. Yeah. I think it's a hell of a haul. John, it's a hell of a haul.
So already his crew must be thinking, wow, boy, are we rolling with a winner.
Well, except look what then happens. His deputy steals the boat that's got all the treasure on it while he's off the boat and sails away with most of the loot. And
How does he get 42 ships worth of loot onto one boat? Oh, because a lot of it's molasses and spices.
He would have left the bulky stuff.
Yeah. So
he just got the gold.
He's just got the gold.
And the salt.
Yeah.
Or something. There's be something that's worth loads of money.
Saffron.
Yeah. No, something that's not worth anything now. That then was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
He had all the lead.
Yeah. All the rhodium. Whale oil. Go on.
Anyway, so in 1721 to 1722, this is when Bartholomew kicks off his code of behaviour. And this is what he did that no other pirate did. He had a charter of behaviour that no one else had done before.
It wasn't like an acronym.
No. So he basically said no gambling.
Right.
Boo. You can imagine the sailors in the hold.
But I wonder if in there he had a scroll that said something like pirates. So peaceful all the time.
Irritable when drunk.
No, ignorant.
Yeah.
Ignorant to the facts. Let the captain do the thinking. R. A. Abstention. Only drinking when we're in the port.
Yeah.
A.
That would have been so funny.
Yeah.
If he'd had a presentation.
Yeah. T. Teamwork. We are a team of pirates. And E. Effort. Got to put the effort in there. Pirates.
No, he had a code of conduct he built
and
up.
S. Swimming. Don't learn to swim.
No.
It's bad luck.
Never.
Pirates.
The sea dogs will get
I'd
you.
love it if they found a chart with this acronym
God, it
on
would
it.
be
Yeah,
so
yeah,
fun. Really
yeah.
bad one.
Really does. No, but R.
Yeah.
R. That's genius. Hopefully we can put our acronyms there on screen there, because that's funny. That's funny. And it'll make a lovely poster. And a great part, actually, Gav, if we think about it, some well-needed merch.
Absolutely
Some
right.
really good merch.
Merch.
He'd make some really good Bloomin Legends merch. Our pirates are.
Charter.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But he did have a code of conduct. He said, basically, no gambling.
Yeah.
He saw them go. He saw them
Yeah,
all
yeah.
get drunk and,
Yeah, yeah.
and it caused problems. So
Yeah.
no gambling. Boo.
Yeah.
No women on board. Boo.
Boo.
Lights out at 8 p.m. Boo.
Boo. Well, no, hang on a second.
No, but wait.
8 bells has always been the
Right.
traditional end of a shift.
But
Yeah.
equal share of the plunder.
Hey!
And that's what won them over,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think. And
yeah.
obviously it made him the most organised
Yeah.
pirate on Earth.
Yeah.
Because they weren't drinking.
So they generally were peaceful at 8 because they went to bed.
Right, exactly.
yeah, right.
Exactly. Also, he drinks tea mostly, doesn't he? He's not a big rum guy.
Because he's probably one of the abstention mob from Wales. See?
But that's a dangerous
No,
fellow,
no,
that
he's
is.
very, very
a sober Welshman.
No, like temperance, innit?
Oh,
Oh,
terrifying.
he's temperance.
No,
right?
watch him. He doesn't drink.
He doesn't drink. But they would have been suspicious.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, beware the teetotal pirate. But we are at Bloomin' Legend moment number 3, John.
Go on.
He is the first man to turn a pirate ship into a Navy fleet with serious rules.
Yes.
Just like the Navy.
He's fantastic,
Because the rules are
isn't he? Yeah.
strict
Yeah.
in the Navy.
Yeah.
And they have to be.
They're
it's
very different rules in radio.
Oh, definitely.
People
Definitely.
do drink. There's
no
people
floggings. There's no floggings anymore in radio.
No, it's 24 hours as well.
Yeah, that's
and,
right.
And,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
also there is definitely not an equal share.
No, there's not an
You
equal
just
share.
ask our producer Ben.
Absolutely right.
Sorry, Ben.
So we come to 1722. He's at the height of his power. He continues to control the sea from Brazil. Incidentally, when he first asks his crew where they'd like to sail to,
Brazil.
they all go to Brazil.
Yeah, Brazil.
To relax.
Of course he wants to go to Brazil.
Of course they vote Brazil.
Yeah, of course Brazil.
Imagine how cool it was
Because
then.
also, vast coastline.
Huge, beautiful beaches.
Right. Portuguese, they've got to get past Royal Navy and stuff.
Oh, yeah,
and,
yeah.
you know.
No, because the Caribbean is probably a bit too official.
Yeah. Oh, no, the Caribbean's right on you. So many English
lots
islands
of
there.
governments
Also,
there.
everyone
and-
fine. But Brazil,
yeah.
they're never going to come down.
No, they're
there.
not checking.
They're not checking.
There's no checking.
There never has been.
No, come into port,
because
whoever
even,
you are.
Even back then, they probably had like the pirate equivalent of a favela. You know? Where they were just all about ships.
Batucana.
Yeah, probably just playing like a sort of like
A samba.
just drinking caipirinhas. Cachaça. Ice cold beers.
And some sugar and lime.
Yeah, I'm probably doing sort of like a sort of dance form of cutlass fighting.
Definitely.
On the beach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A capoeira.
Yeah, capoeira with cutlass. Yeah.
Really relaxed pirates.
Yeah, really relaxed.
We never see Brazilian
No, you
pirates.
don't
There
ever
must
see
have
them.
been a
You never see-
really. I bet there was a truly great Brazilian pirate.
Of course,
at
we'll
some
find out, Gav.
We will. So in 1722, he's at the height of his power. He controls the seas from Brazil and Africa to the Caribbean, but also up to Nova Scotia, which I'll come to in a minute.
Well, he's going out that way as well, yeah.
In 3 years, he captures an estimated 400 ships, more than any other pirate in history. And that is his final and fourth Bloomin' Legend moment, Johnny. He became the most successful pirate of all time.
Okay.
Before we sign off.
Can I just say, and this is the bit, if you haven't read Requiem Shark, this is the key thing, is throughout and I don't want to ruin it, so this is a spoiler moment. Go away. Fast forward now, if you don't want the spoiler about the book, I shall do the skull and crossbones when I finish telling you this. It would ruin it a bit, because in the book, the reason he holds this crew together is because there is the big ship, which is a Portuguese sort of phantom ship almost.
A man of war.
That is lurking, that is carrying the whole year, or Spanish, the whole year's worth that he's heard. And so anytime they go to port, he gets news in his intelligence about where this ship is.
Right.
And each time he goes off to get this ship, he knows where it is now. It's on the move.
Right.
We're nearly there, lads. He gets it. This is why it's quite a short
And this is what he's telling his crew.
Yeah, but he goes and gets the intelligence about the ship.
Yeah.
But on the way, they're getting hundreds and hundreds of ships.
Yeah.
What he was doing is, rather than fearing them with too much knowledge of these ships, there was no phantom ship.
Oh, he was just using it
He was
as a
using
motivator.
it as the thing that we're all
We're
we've
all
got to stay
united
together. Yes.
We're all united
so
again.
as they picked off all these little ships,
Yes.
they wouldn't just say that's enough for me. We'll call it quits.
Right.
I'll just take the
No, the ship's after us.
Yes, because
Right.
he knew they were greedy and they're going to hang together for this
Wow.
one when literally we'll be able to own islands each.
That makes so much
And they'll
sense.
never find us because to have that money meant they're forever. So that's why they stayed with him till the end. And wherever he went, he got more news. They're on the move, the phantom ship, and it never existed.
That's a brilliant story.
Yes.
That's amazing. My
Yeah.
favourite incident of his.
You can listen now. Okay, Gav.
My favourite incident of his is a place called Trepassey, June 1720. He's up in Newfoundland.
Yes.
He pulls into a harbour in the black flags all raised with his
Yeah.
fleet. He comes into the harbour. He finds 22 merchant ships and 150 fishing vessels. All the merchant ship captains panic and run away because they've got such a big fleet.
Yes.
They don't even want to fight.
Yeah.
And he just takes control of 22 ships without one fight.
So he's got a fleet.
No, it's funnier. He's so appalled by how cowardly all these merchant captains
What
are.
does he do?
He fires a gun every morning which summons them to his ship. They have to come, otherwise he will burn their ship.
That's fantastic.
And he's just telling them off every day
What's amazing
for being cowards.
is that he's got 22 ships there. To give you an idea,
Yeah.
the Royal Navy had 27 at Trafalgar.
Is that all they had?
Well, they had 22 there that you're saying that he had a ship.
Yes.
There's only 5 more that we had as in the fleet. So
Right.
gives you an idea of how big this...
That's
this-
amazing,
how
isn't it?
mob-handed he was.
And that win for Nelson was so significant, the Royal Navy didn't fight another naval battle
till
for
Jutland.
100 years.
Yeah.
Till,
And you know what's really
till
weird?
World War I.
Just to close it off,
Yeah.
is this holiday, I went to Trafalgar to go and have a look
Oh,
at it.
did you?
Yeah, I've just come back.
Did you? Off the
Yes.
coast of Portugal?
No, it's off the coast of Spain.
Of Spain, is
Yes,
it? Yeah,
it's
amazing.
It's just above Tarifa, the most southern
Right.
point. You drive to Zahara
Wow.
and then the Akun Point. And there's an enormous wacky great lighthouse there. And just west of there was Trafalgar. And you look out to sea. And you know what, Gav? Looks pretty much like any other.
I bet it looks like the sea.
It looks
I
like
bet
this. It looks like the sea. No, it's the most pointless thing you can do. But we went to this beach after that
Yeah.
to sit there. Not this is about Trafalgar, this podcast, but we went to the beach afterwards.
Go on.
And do you know what I said? I can't sunbathe here.
It's too hot.
I'm just not into sort of battlefield sunbathing.
That
You know,
was so
it's like going camping on the Somme. You know, you just it's not the
It
sort of
doesn't
thing.
seem right.
It doesn't
Yeah,
seem
yeah.
right. Where are you
No, it
going
doesn't
camping
seem
this
right.
year? We've had a lovely campsite on the old Battle of Ypres. Okay, how did it end for him, Gav?
So the final battle is amazing.
Okay.
He's in February 20...
I think we'll make this his 5th Bloomin Legends remote because how a great pirate goes out.
Well, first of all, I have to explain how he was dressed.
Yes.
So he always used to dress up for battles.
Yes.
He always wanted to look his best.
Right.
And I found an account of what he looked like, and this is how it quotes. At the time of the engagement, being dressed in a rich damask waistcoat and breeches. Damask is a heavily patterned silk.
Yeah.
A red feather in his hat, a gold chain around his neck with a diamond cross hanging to it.
Right.
A sword in his hand and 2 pairs of pistols hanging from the shoulders.
2 pairs, nice. He's got
That's
4.
4
It
shots
means
and
he's
a
got 4
sword.
rounds. Probably got a loader there as well.
Wow. So yes, February 1722, he's off the coast of Gabon, West Africa. He faces a Royal Navy ship called HMS Swallow, a British warship.
Yeah.
He dresses in his finest crimson coat, refusing to run from the British. In the first broadside, he's killed instantly by grape shot.
Okay.
So that's a cannon shot, isn't it?
Yeah.
With smaller balls in it.
Yeah.
And-
Generous flying woodwork did for you.
Yes, splintering.
Yeah.
Splintering is what killed
Well,
most
because
of them.
it goes gangrenous inside.
Horrible.
You can get shot out, but
Right,
wood,
yeah.
wood does
It's
the
the
damage.
splintering,
it's the
yeah,
splintering.
yeah.
Horrible splinters.
Horrible.
Yeah.
And strangely, even into World War II, same.
Yeah.
So when a steel ship was hit, it was the steel that
the
came
steel that-
away that
yeah.
killed
Shrapnel,
the sailors.
yeah.
Shrapnel. So he gets hit by cannon fire.
Yeah.
And he's dead. His crew, honouring his wishes, throw his body overboard so he could never be displayed by the British.
That's fantastic.
Which they would have done,
They would have
definitely.
done.
Definitely.
No, they're into all that sort of stuff.
Oh, yeah, they
They're
loved
into,
all
they're,
that.
They're all over that
A
shit.
weird bunch.
Yeah,
weren't
they love displaying.
They love
And this will happen to you.
And this is his innards.
Yes.
And here's his face.
Yes. Let that be it, right. Show them his face now.
Show them his bottom.
We've quartered his head. Yeah.
Show them his feet.
Yeah, show them what we did with his penis.
You won't want this, will you?
And his ball, he'll have his genitals in the 3 oceans.
No, they send one
3?
one testicle to Norfolk, the other testicle to Portsmouth.
One testicle to the Atlantic, one to the Pacific, and one to the Indian Ocean.
What, he had 3 balls?
Yes. Yeah, well, no. Yes, he was...
By then he did.
Yes. We had to, well, with some tampering. Yes, we were as surprised as he was. Let's salute him.
Bartholomew Roberts.
Bartholomew Roberts.
Bloomin Legend.
Bloomin Legend.